The NIOSH lifting formula is a very difficult question. It's a very time-consuming question. The only good news is that the test will provide you with the formula, so there's no memorization of the formula. However, you still need to know what the movements are in the question to insert them appropriately in the formula. There are two versions of the NIOSH lifting formula. One is imperial, in pounds and inches. The second is metric, in kilograms and centimeters. Since our movements are in centimeters, we're going to default to the metric version. The 36 centimeter number represents the horizontal travel in our lift. That's our H. The 64 centimeters is the starting vertical, or the point at which we begin our lift. That is our V. The 20 centimeters, the second vertical, is our stopping point. That is not the D, or distance, it is part of the D. So we take the 64, where we started, and the 20, where we stopped, and we find a difference of 44 centimeters, meaning the box actually traveled 44 centimeters during our lift. That becomes our D, or distance. Since there was no twisting, our asymmetric, or A, is a 0. It said we were going to lift once every 5 minutes for 3 hours. We derived this from a table. It said the coupling was good, so we go to the coupling table to find the numerical equivalence. The one lift every 5 minutes is actually reflected on the table as 0.2 lifts a minute. You cannot do 0.2 lifts a minute. It takes 5.2s to complete a lift. Each movement is a minute, so 5 movements would be 5 minutes. It then asks us, were we lifting for 2 hours but less than 8 hours? We were at 3 hours. And then it asks a question, was our starting V less than 30 inches or was it equal to or greater than 30 inches? You'll come to find that 30 inches is equivalent to 75 centimeters. They actually use 2.5 as their conversion instead of 2.54. And you're going to see this because of what's in the formula as well as what's on the coupling table. The coupling table is very straightforward. We had good coupling, we go to the good line, and then we answer the vertical question. Was our starting V less than 30 inches, 75 centimeters, or were we equal to or greater than 30 inches, 75 centimeters? Since we were at 64 centimeters, which is less than 75 centimeters, our coupling is a 1. Now we take all these numbers and insert them into the formula. Our H was 36 centimeters, our starting V was 64 centimeters, our stopping V was 20 centimeters, a difference of 44 centimeters, or in other words, the travel of the box was 44 centimeters, the D. There was no twisting, so our asymmetric is a 0, and from the frequency table we got 0.85, and from the coupling table we got a 1. Now we go to insert these into the formula. Our first issue is with the vertical. 64 minus 75 would actually give us a negative number. The vertical lines inside the parentheses indicate an absolute value. In simple terms, absolute means we cannot have a negative number, so you have to perform that math outside the calculator before you insert it into the line. Since our asymmetric was a 0, a number times a 0 is 0, so 1 minus a 0 is simply a 1, and a 1 times the 23 kilograms in the formula is a perfect condition, has no impact on the RWL. Be careful, put in all of your parentheses, run your math, and with any luck, you should get 12.1. Now, since we wanted to pick up 12 kilograms, 12.1 is actually more than 12 kilograms, meaning we can actually lift as described.